All right, I think you guys should be able to hear me now. What is good, y'all? What is good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Can y'all hear me? I just turned my mic on. I think you guys should be able to hear me now. What is up, unnamed? What is good, man? I think we're good. I think we're chilling now. So yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me. We're gonna be doing a grading of the whole Miami Heat's roster from this whole season. So from the 2023-2024 season, um, from the start to the end, we have. I didn't make this tier list. This is a tier list made by somebody else. Shout out to Mr. 81, unnamed. Shout out to you guys. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, you guys can hear me. That's great. All right, yeah. So we're gonna get started on this in a few. Yo, appreciate it, Mr. 81. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. That's why I make these videos for you guys. So appreciate that for sure. Right, so we're gonna just get started on this as soon as possible. Let me just see if this series is actually good or not. I just pulled this up just now. I just want to see if we have the updated roster. This does look like after the whole trade deadline. What do I use to edit my videos? Either I use this app. It's like it's an app called Animatica on the Windows Store, or Clipchamp, Microsoft Clipchamp. Like that's like I think another Windows app. Yeah, those I use those to edit my videos. What's up, Life with Mari? What's up, Mari? Um, yeah, honestly, like you can use either. But Clipchamp doesn't have the watermark, so I think I would recommend using that because it doesn't have the watermark. I'm gonna use that more. Like I used to use Animatica, but I'm gonna use Clipchamp from now on. Yeah, we're gonna be grading the roster as y'all can see right here. So, um, this is fully updated, and we're gonna be going into tiers. So this is not by me, so I'm gonna be changing these tiers up. I'm gonna actually just go A. Should I do A minus? Or should I just change it to like A, B, C, D, E, F? I don't think anybody is gonna get an F to be honest. So maybe I'll leave it at this, and maybe I'll just leave it at this. Mitchell killing it. Yeah, Mitchell's going crazy, bro. I need him on the Heat. I need him on the Heat. The Celtics lost again. The Celtics lost again. I have a PC. No, I'm on my. I have a laptop. I have a laptop, so I just use my laptop to edit and stuff. The Cavs are not trading him. He's gonna be the one requesting the trade. Yeah, he's gonna shoot, the Cavs are gonna have to trade him though because he's not gonna sign his extension. That's the problem. Like the Cavs have no choice because if he doesn't sign his extension, then he's basically gone for nothing. So he's yeah they unless he just like decides to sign an extension, I don't think he's gonna do that. I still think they lose a series. They shot like 52% from three. It was like the same story that we had in game two where we were like crazy from three and we won that game. So I don't really think they're gonna do that again. But yeah, let's just get right into the rankings. So yeah, we have A minus, B plus, B minus, C minus, Drew Smith tier, I guess. So we'll just go ahead and put Drew Smith in here. And then we have I, which I believe is incomplete. So we can go ahead and start. I might be changing it around after some time, but I want to kind of go deep dive on every single player on this roster and kind of give them a grade. Um, let's start off, and you guys are going to help me out in the comment section below. You guys are going to help me out in the comments. I need your help in the comments. What is up with all those Jimmy Butler getting traded ideas, bro? Um, I think all of that is a bunch of nonsense. I don't think that's going to happen. Unless, like, the only way I see it happening that he gets traded is if the Heat refuse to give him the extension. That is the only way that I'm like, oh, Jimmy Butler's going to get traded because if the Heat give him the extension, then there's no problems. I don't think the Pat Riley stuff like is gonna get to him. I think he can take it, man. He's cut from that same cloth. The only thing that's gonna make him request a trade to me is if they don't give him the extension and like another team is willing to do that. So that's the only way I ever see him getting traded. But if not, then I don't see him getting traded at all. Um, let's get started. I see y'all popping in. Let's get started. We're gonna start off with Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo. I'm gonna just go right off. I'm gonna use your help in the comments or in the chat. Um, but Bam Adebayo, I'm gonna just put him at A. I just think he was the best player for us so far this season. Not so far, I guess. The whole season, he was the most consistent to me, at least. I'm not sure what you guys think, but to me, he was the most consistent. Um, you guys probably can't even see this, can you? All the players. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. OBS for some reason cuts it off, but I'm putting Bam Adebayo at A. Do I want the Heat to rebuild? Nah, 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 nah. I don't want the Heat to rebuild. I want the Heat. I want the Heat to build around Jimmy and Bam, and I want the Heat to get another star. If they rebuild, though, I wouldn't be mad at it because it'll be a direction. Like right now, like we're kind of in the middle of the pack, and that's like the worst spot for any like player for any team to be is the middle of the pack. Like you don't want your favorite team to be in the middle of the pack, man. That's just the worst spot. But yeah, I have Bam Adebayo at A. Um, I don't really think there's any debate there. I mean, if you guys disagree, let me know in the chat. But I feel like we can all kind of agree that we were like he was the best player. 10 star. We'll get to Caleb Martin, bro. We'll get to Caleb Martin, but I appreciate the input. We'll definitely get to him though. This is going to be in order of last name, so there's still a couple players we got to get through. Bam need a consistent mid range, then he's in his prime. I feel like Bam. I feel like Bam needs to get to the rim more. I mean, I do think his uh mid range game needs to become more consistent, but I feel like he's able to blow past a lot of centers easily with his quickness. I just think he settles a lot for some reason. I would like him to get to the line more and just like drive to the rim and just put his head down. But yeah, mid range shot could be more consistent. That's the same with my Lakers. I feel you because I'm not even a Heat fan. I'm a Jimmy fan. Oh, so you're a Lakers fan? Okay, okay. What are your thoughts on the Lakers? Who do you want? Who do y'all want to hire? Because Darvin Ham is gone and Mike Budenholzer probably is a Phoenix Sun. Y'all want Frank Vogel back? Um, Bam Adebayo is solidified at A. We're gonna leave it at that. Thomas Bryant is the next player. Shoot, Thomas Bryant. I'm not even sure where he's gonna go. Thomas Bryant like fell off. Like his minutes like didn't really like continue after a certain point. I think I have to put him at C. I don't think he's like. I mean, this is also taking into account like what we were expecting. Like I'm not really sure like you know Thomas Bryant. He had his moments where he was like providing his energy and stuff, but defensively he was terrible. I do think he should have played more, like in the Boston series, just because Kevin Love just wasn't it. B minus, Mari. You think it's B minus? Maybe B minus. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Um, B minus because he wasn't like expected to do much. Maybe I can see B minus. It's definitely not anywhere above B minus though. C it's either C minus or B minus. I'm not too sure. Um, we'll go B minus. I think you can find players who disappointed more. Then you can put Donovan Mitchell at A because he a Heat. Now I don't know, bro. I don't know. The Cavs might not even want to trade him with the way he's playing right now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see about Don. I do hope we get him though. We should have gotten him a couple years ago. That's what pisses me off. Like we should have gotten Donovan Mitchell. All right, this is the controversial one. Get us Drummond. Drummond is a free agent. That could be a possibility. Where are y'all putting Jimmy Butler? Where are y'all putting Jimmy Butler? Y'all let me know. This Jimmy Butler ranking is completely up to you guys. Like I'm all over the place. I don't even know what to like. I want to give him like a B plus. I don't think it's an A minus. Like he missed way too much time, and he was just like inconsistent to me. Like it wasn't like the most consistent Jimmy Butler year. But he did have his moments where he was like really good. But sometimes it was just like, bro, are you even like on the court? B minus. I'm tired of writing here or B plus. Yeah, so one of y'all says B minus, one of y'all says B. I might just put him smack in the middle at B. But again, I think there's a tier between Jimmy Butler and Thomas Bryant. Do you want KCP? I would love KCP. I don't think the Nuggets will trade him though. We didn't have what the Cavs want for Mitchell trade guys. Um, yeah, I mean, to be honest though, if Mitchell's not getting an extension, then I think the Cavs are just gonna have to get something. Like I don't think they have. I don't think they're in a position to decide like trade packages and stuff. Like if they're gonna lose them out for nothing anyway. A for Jimmy's mouth is funny. Hero is garbage. We'll get to Hero. He's the next one. I'm gonna put Jimmy at. I'm gonna put Jimmy. Oh shoot, not B. But I'm gonna put Jimmy at B. I'll put Thomas Bryant at C minus. Jimmy could be. Jimmy could be. B plus maybe or B minus, but I'm just gonna put him at B just because I think there's a tier between Jimmy Butler and Thomas Bryant. I think B minus is low key perfect for Tyler. I think Tyler is B minus. I think because he's been better than Thomas Bryant to me as far as even like expectations and everything. I think he started off the season pretty well. He was like 25 points per game. He was doing all right. So, oh yeah, you're right, Mr. 81. But I don't think we have the money to sign him anyway. I don't think we have the money to get KCP. He's gonna want. We only have like a money for a minimum deal. Bottom tier below Drew Smith. I would love to. I would love to, but this is incomplete. This is not like trash. Like C minus is like technically the lowest tier. I didn't have any Fs or anything like that. I mean, I can change the grades up, but this isn't even my tier list. I just found this on this website. So Hero work on his floater. Hero needs to work on a lot. Hero needs to work on his ball handling more than anything, bro. He gets scared when he's like confronted with pressure for some reason. I don't even know. This has been the same story with him. I don't know. I think B minus is fine. I'm not really too like I'm not too finicky about that. I think he's been worse than Jimmy. He's been better than Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant is getting DNPs. Like he has to be at the bottom. Highsmith. Okay, and this is relative to what they were like, what we expected from them. So obviously Highsmith had a worse statistical season than pretty much all of these guys, but relative to what we were expecting, I don't think Highsmith was terrible. I honestly want to put him in the same tier as Hero, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Highsmith was like Highsmith wasn't bad for, like he wasn't like bad relative to his contract. He was making like $1 million. Like B, maybe yeah, maybe on the same tier as Jimmy. But yeah, I don't think he was terrible, man. I don't think he was a problem to be honest. He was his shot definitely improved, but you would still like it to be more consistent. Like yeah, B minus and B for sure. B minus should be. I might have to put Jimmy at B plus just because I don't really think there's two tier spots between Jimmy and Bam. I'm not really feeling. So I'll put Jimmy at B plus. I'll put Highsmith at B. Hero at B minus. Highsmith versus the Hornets when he had 5 blocks. I went to that game, Mari. I went to that game, bro. I was at that game. He was crazy. I was at that game watching that game, bro. And he was going nuts, bro. It was in Charlotte. I was at that game. I agree with you. Heat need a star, but you know the third star route doesn't work no more. It could work if you have some depth. I mean, I don't think it's worked because the Lakers and the Suns have had some bad coaching performances and they didn't have any pieces around them. But if you were able to keep some guys like and still acquire the third star and still keep your depth, like I don't think it's bad. Like Boston has 3 stars, maybe like borderline 4. They don't have like the deepest team to be. Um, Bam still getting an A is wild. Still an afterthought. Never attacks. You think Bam is you think Bam shouldn't be an A, Big Side? With number 3 guy at best. What do you think Bam should be an A minus? Because I don't think he's anything lower than A minus. Never attacks opposing team spot 5 when he has a speed advantage. I do think he should attack them more. But I think in the playoffs he was the only guy who showed up. I think I have to give him some props for that. I don't know about you, but and he was the only All Star on this team. He was Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's going to be an All Defensive Team for first team. He's a borderline All NBA player this season. Um, I mean, I don't think he's lower than an A minus. If you don't want to give him A, that's fine, but I don't think it's lower than A minus for sure. I'm still going to keep him at A just because I don't know. Like I don't think I don't think it's really like fair to say because I think he was the best player on the team, so I don't think it's fair to put him at anything below A minus. I watched your draft video. Hope we get Ryan Dunn or Devin Carter. Yeah, Ryan Dunn and Devin Carter would be nice. Devin Carter is a stud, dude. Devin Carter is an absolute stud. I really like Devin Carter. Ryan Dunn is a stud too. Ryan Dunn just can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Dunn just doesn't have a jump shot at all. So I'm afraid that Ryan Dunn will become like a Stanley Johnson, where like he'll just like I don't know, like his defense is so good, but his offense is like so bad at the same time. Um, all right, let's just get to Jaime Jaquez. He needs to worry about more averaging 25 plus a game. He'll never win Defensive Player of the Year. But is Bam that type of player to average 25 a game? Do you think like that's his game? Like he never was a scorer to me. Like I'm cool with him being a 20 and 10 guy. Like I think that's really good to me. Like I think we have to stop expecting Bam to be like a 25 point per game scorer. Like that's not his role to me. I think he's the entire defense, and I don't think you should. take his attention off that end. I mean, yeah, I do agree. He should attack the uh, centers more. He should be more aggressive at times, but I don't think it's I don't think it's bad to not be averaging 25 plus if you're doing everything else. Like he does everything else for the team, like defends, he passes, he does a lot. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Why pay him max money? Because you don't need to just score to get max money. Like there's plenty of guys in the league who do a lot of like I don't know, bro. Like I think see he is not a natural scorer. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a 25 point per game guy to me. Like you remember Chris Bosh? Like Chris Bosh is gonna be Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer. Bam Adebayo could be like a Chris Bosh for us. Like he could be like a we're missing that scorer. I agree. So Bam has had to step into that role. But Bam is I don't think I've had a problem with Bam and his play this year. I think he's the least of our concerns, to be honest. I think he was the only guy. And yeah, like Unnamed said, he does a lot more things than just statistics. I'm realizing if we get Mitchell, Terry Rozier, both their idols are D Wade. Yeah, that is true, Mari. That is true. Yeah, I do agree with Unnamed, man. Bam just does a lot of like without Bam, I think this defense would be bottom five. I'm not gonna lie. He should trade for Lowry Markkinen. I don't think he's getting traded, Mr. 81. Lowry Markkinen is probably gonna sign an extension soon. Jaime Jaquez, where are we putting Jaime Jaquez? I'm putting him fairly high. I'm putting him definitely one of these top three spots. This is only relative to expectations. This is not like statistics or whatnot. Obviously, like he averaged less points than Hero and stuff, but I'm talking about to his draft position. He was the 18th pick. His expectations were, there were we didn't expect Jaime Jaquez to come out and play as well as he did. He's on all rookie first team for sure this season. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Paulie King. I'm probably gonna put him at A minus, bro. I'm probably putting him at A minus, man. I think Jaime Jaquez deserves that spot. For his, he did have a slump where he was hurt after a certain amount of time. Like he got hurt and he just wasn't able to get that rhythm back. But towards the end of the season, and especially, shoot, I don't even know what Phil. That was my charger. Especially come playoff time, he really got hot towards the end of the season, and he kind of rediscovered that form after he got his legs back. That is not what I wanted to go to. All right, he is at A minus to me for sure. Um, Jovic is interesting. I want to put Jovic at A minus as well, or probably B plus. Probably same as Jaime. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for saying that he's the year and get like that starting spot? Like nobody expected Jovic to be like that starting four coming into the year. We all were like Caleb or Highsmith or somebody else, but I had to put Jovic at I had to put Jovic at A minus or even B plus is fine too. To see what Hamid off the bench, yeah, I think Jovic is more of a B plus. I wouldn't be mad at B plus. I think he's definitely either one of these two though. Um, I want to put him at A minus. I want to put him in. I definitely think he was one of the bright spots this year. Kevin Love. Kevin Love. Kevin Love. What are your thoughts on Kevin Love, man? I think he was a good backup center for us. I like B. I like B for Kevin Love. I don't think B is bad for Kevin Love. He was a good backup center. He didn't miss some time, but I think when he was on the floor, he in Boston, the Boston series, he was terrible. But in the regular season, he was solid. And there was a time where Kevin Love was missing, and we weren't able to fill that void because we really missed a backup center. I think that time Bam Adebayo was also struggling as well. I like B for Kevin Love. I like B for Kevin Love, Mari. What happens to Jovic's signature move, Dirk Fade? You got to bring that out next year. Um, yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good about Kevin Love at B, guys. I'm feeling pretty good about Kevin Love at B. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty good about him at B. Um, yeah, I'm not too mad at that at all. Caleb Martin, Caleb Martin, this is interesting. What are y'all thoughts on Caleb Martin? Caleb Martin, I think he's definitely, I think he's definitely either B minus or C minus. I just don't know which one he is out of the two. Is he on the same tier as Hero or the same tier as Thomas Bryant? Definitely one of these two. I don't think he's anywhere higher than B minus. I wouldn't put him anywhere. I don't know about you guys, but wouldn't put him anywhere higher than B minus. Kevin Love off leadership deserves B. I agree, Paulie King. I have him at B. Just yeah, he's a really good veteran in the locker room as well. I would love to have Kevin Love back on the roster next year. I think he said he will be back. C, C. Okay, okay. What did Caleb Martin average this year? I gotta look that up because Bryant did the most with the inconsistent minutes by Spo. Spo gets a D plus. That is a hot take, Big Cy. That is a hot take. Mari Lad dribbling horrible. He a damn C. That's true. I want to see what he averaged. What are y'all thoughts on Big Sly's comment about Spo getting a D minus or D plus? Caleb Martin averaged 10 points per game on 43% shooting, 35% from three. This percentage needs to go up, man. This is not a good percentage from three. I don't like this percentage from three. 4.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists. Yeah, let me look at his stats. Yeah, he was terrible from three. Dang. He was I did not I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, his 3-point percentage went up in the playoffs, but man, he was terrible from three. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put him at C. And Caleb has those moments, bro. I don't know if y'all agree with me or not. Caleb has those moments where it's like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like he'll dribble it off his foot, he'll throw it out of bounds, he'll like be out of control, take it to the rim, like he'll like try to draw a foul and then he'll end up um getting a charging foul. Like he just has these like brain dead moments sometimes. Like, bro, what are you doing? Because I don't know, he like plays out of control. Um, Spo deserves an A minus with the injuries. I think I do agree with that. We need an athletic wing like Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin would be perfect with this team. He's able to shoot too. I don't know if y'all watching this playoff series, but he's shooting the ball really well. Um, Josh Richardson, I might put at an incomplete. Actually, no, I don't know. I don't know. Josh Richardson is interesting because he got hurt. His season ended. He played like a fair few games. Like he played a fair few games, but I don't know, man. Josh Richardson, he's definitely like I think he might be incomplete, but I don't know where to put him. He's really confusing. I'll put him incomplete for now, but again I'm not really too sure. How can Spo get a good grade as a play-in 8 seed? The Knicks got plenty of injuries. Heat fans give Spo way too many passes. Spo never took advantage of our deep roster and kept us undersized by refusing to give our bigs minutes. Spo gets a D. Since when did we settle for just getting the play? Okay, I feel y'all frustration. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna go at you guys because I feel your frustration. Y'all accept mediocrity. All right, listen. Sai and Kel, again, understand exactly what y'all saying. Playing, bro, I was there when we lost to Washington. It was not good. Indiana was not good, but I'm gonna show y'all a stat. Most injuries NBA 2024. All right, so this is not what we need to see. Where's the whole injuries? Is it this one right here? This is March 25th. I just want to see where the Heat is at. So right here, Tyler Hero missed a ton of time. Jimmy Butler missed a ton of time. Terry Rozier missed a ton of time. And this was before Terry Rozier even went down with the neck injury. This article was made in on March 25th. So this is before Terry went down. Josh Richardson out for the season after a certain point. Jaime Jaquez missed time. Kevin Love missed time. Bam Adebayo missed, I think, 8 to 10 games. it is really hard when your team, because the Knicks have a better team on paper than we do. I'm not gonna lie. I do think the Knicks have a better team on paper than we do. We have overachieved twice with teams that had no business being in the finals. The team last year had Jimmy, Bam, Tyler, and a bunch of undrafted players. Tyler Hero goes down in the playoffs. We get to the finals, and I think we get to the finals solely because of Spo and Jimmy, and because the undrafted guys were just shooting so well. This season, with the amount of starting lineups, I think we used 36 starting lineups. It's absurd, bro. 36 starting lineup is crazy. I'm not ready to say Spo deserves blame. Like I do think he deserves some blame. I don't think he deserves all the blame. I don't think D is. I think D is way too harsh. I'm giving him. If I had to grade Spo this season, I'll give him like a somewhere like same grade as Jimmy, or somewhere around in the B's, like B minus to B plus. I don't think Spo is a D. I don't think he's an A plus. I think we lost some games we should have won. Josh A off of vibes. Incomplete's more likely. He was doing good, but he got injured. Yeah. I expect the Heat roster to go unchanged next season. I'm not the unnamed. I'm gonna say this right now. You guys can clip this, and you guys can like save this or just remember what I'm saying right now. I have no sources. This is just me as a fan. I have zero expectations for the Miami Heat during the offseason. Zero, absolutely none. I have no expectations. I'm not expecting anything from them. If they do something, I'll be happy. If they don't do anything, I'm not expecting anything. So I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I'm not gonna overreact to jersey swaps. I'm not gonna overreact to trades or trade rumors. I have seen this team have player after player wanting to go to them, and they still fail to land them. So to me, it's like, bro, like you know, if anything happens to me, it's a positive. Like I'm fully expecting the Heat to draft somebody at 15, sign somebody who's gonna play at the end of the bench, and bring back the same core. That's what I'm expecting. But maybe we'll see if this is the year that it's different. Spo says we have enough. Expect why Thomas Bryant got no burn. Jovic no burn till All Star weekend. He never got starters minutes until we had been undersized. Spo deserves a D. The Jovic and Thomas Bryant thing. Kevin Love was better than Thomas Bryant all season. Thomas Bryant should have played in the playoffs. I agree with you. Thomas Bryant should have played against Boston. Kevin Love was terrible against Boston. All regular season though, Kevin Love was better. Kevin Love was really good for this team whenever he played in the regular season. Thomas Bryant should have played against Boston because Kevin Love was terrible against Boston. But even if Thomas Bryant plays against Boston, I don't think Thomas Bryant makes much of a difference in the series. Jovic, I agree with Jovic, but the thing with Jovic that really puzzled me, I do agree with you about his usage. I don't know why every game Jovic started the game and he only ended with like 15 minutes. I think Jovic should have played more minutes. I agree with that. I don't agree with the Thomas Bryant thing fully though. Spo wasn't playing last year. Jimmy was, and he went God mode. Spo has benefits from having these type of players. Okay, Big Sai. After the first round, if you go look at Jimmy's statistics in the playoffs after the first round, was he really going God mode against the Knicks and the Celtics? And he had moments like in Game 2 against Boston where he was like going at Grant Williams, but was he really after the first round going God mode? And that's not Jimmy's fault. He got hurt against the Knicks. Josh Hart, you know, he slid underneath him and hurt his ankle. But I'm saying I don't think it was just Jimmy. I think Spo had a lot for us to do with us going to the finals last season. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I understand what you're saying, my guy. I'm not mad at your opinion at all. Um, yeah, I'm not blaming Jimmy at all, bro. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not even saying I'm not. This is nothing to knock Jimmy. I'm saying his numbers drastically dropped, and it's not his fault. He got hurt, but we still went to the finals even though his numbers dropped by so much. He was averaging like after that the first series he was averaging like 36 against Milwaukee. Then he averaged I think for the rest of the playoffs like 22, 23, 24. So it wasn't God mode for the rest of the playoffs. It was God mode for one series. Would you do Hero 15th pick and cap filler for Donovan Mitchell or Trey Young? Yeah, I'm sending that in, Poly King. Like they can have that trade. They can we can they can take Hero. They can take cap filler. They can take the 15th pick. They can take any other pick we have. Bro, I don't care. Just get it done. The way Donovan Mitchell is playing right now, I would throw in Jaime Jaquez or Nikola Jovic in there too, or maybe even both. We got to get back on track. Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson. I want to know what y'all think about Duncan Robinson. Um, I don't know where to gauge Duncan Robinson, man. The back injury towards the end of the season was really really puzzling. I don't even know what happened to his back. Like he just wasn't right towards the end of the year, and I don't know where to put him here. Like I have no idea. Like I'm just kind of looking. I want to give him like a B. I think he was pretty good. Like honestly, Duncan Robinson was really good for a stretch of the year because he had times where he was looking like most improved player candidate. Like he was putting the ball on the floor, he was cutting to the rim and stuff. He was like handling the ball a lot more than he usually does. But towards the end of the season, he was just invisible, and a lot of that is, I think, you know, to me, like out of his control because he got hurt. Like the back injury, you can see it really, really affected him. In the Boston series, he even said it himself. He's at like 20%. So yeah, I'm not. I think Duncan Robinson. I mean, B minus is fair. B is fair. C plus. Um, I'm gonna put him at B. I'm gonna put him at B because I think people forget the start of the season. There was legitimate talks of Duncan Robinson being a he was a fringe most improved player candidate. He even got votes towards the end of the year. I remember, like, I looked at the voting ballot. He got votes for most improved player. Like his ability to put the ball on the floor was really beneficial. Trey and Bridges are the most realistic targets. Um, our assets and Hero can be valued as much as we do. Bridges, shoot, the thing about Mikhail, I don't know what Brooklyn is trying to do. Brooklyn is a team that is like, shoot, they have, to me, a terrible front office. They should have been traded Mikhail. Like, Mikhail shouldn't be on that team. He shouldn't have been on that team last year. And I think they want to keep Mikhail, but I think Mikhail should get traded. The thing about Trey is, I don't know if Trey's gonna get traded. I mean, I've seen the whole thing. Like he changed his agent and stuff. I think if anybody gets traded off the Hawks, I think it'll be Dejounte. I think the Hawks would be pretty stupid to keep Dejounte. He's older. Trey is younger, obviously more potential, and he's been there longer. He's their guy. Like I think if anybody is traded off the Hawks, it'll be Dejounte. Um, I do agree though. Hero is not valued as much as people think he is. Heat need a center. We definitely do need another center. Speaking of centers, I'm giving Orlando Robinson an incomplete. I just haven't really seen much of him this year. I mean, every time I saw Orlando Robinson, he was on the bench cheering people on. Like, this is no shot to Orlando Robinson, but I just never really saw him playing any minutes. Like, even when we had our injuries, Orlando Robinson barely played, man. Barely, barely. Another reason why I spoke should be a D. You're gonna play a player at 20% when you have other options, bro. What options do we have? What options? What options do we have? Why like we had 4 to 5 players who were missing in that series, Kel. Like Duncan literally had to play. Like we literally had no. We played everybody that we could. Delon Wright got minutes when like he got minutes. Haywood Highsmith got minutes. Patty Mills got minutes. Duncan got minutes. Like everybody who like we literally threw everything. Like at Boston, like you know what? This is all we have. We were missing 4 or 5 guys, bro. Like we couldn't have done anything else, Kel. I don't think Spo deserves blame for playing Duncan Robinson in the playoffs. I mean, we had no other option. I think if we were healthy, if we had Terry Rozier and if we had Jimmy, Duncan Robinson probably wouldn't even be playing. I think he'd be out with the injury. But since we didn't have those options, he had to play. The not so nice things to get Ant Man. Ant Man reminds me of D Wade, man. He reminds me of D Wade 2.0. Swider should have gotten a look. Come on, bro. Swider didn't play the whole year. You just want to throw him in randomly? I don't know. I don't know, Kel. You're being a little too harsh on Spo, but I'm not gonna go at you. I just disagree with some of your opinions about him. But that's fine. This is your opinion. Do you want Zach Levine? Um, do you want Zach Levine? Zach Levine is coming off a pretty serious injury. Zach Levine's coming off a pretty serious injury. That's the only thing about Zach Levine that I don't like. And I'm not sure what Zach Levine's contract is exactly looking like, but I think he's on a pretty hefty deal. He just signed an extension, I believe, with Chicago a couple years ago. So I don't know. Zach Levine is you're kind of. I mean, he's definitely better than Hero, but I don't think he's that much better where you trade Hero to get him. You know what I'm saying? If we're trading Hero, you got to trade Hero for somebody who's going to make an actual difference. Zach Levine is coming off a crazy injury. He can't play any defense. I don't think he's the answer. I really don't think he's the answer. I think he's not as good of an offensive player as he once was. Last year he was terrible. Whenever he was he had one game where he scored 50 and that's it. Bam needs to be told he's not doing enough. He constantly blames Spo like he's being handcuffed. Listen to him on the OG podcast. The three needs to be mandatory for the floor spacing. I mean, he started taking them more. Big Sai. He's taking more threes. Levine would be uh, moving better or nothing better. Mari. Um, Terry Rozier. Let's see. Let's get back on track with Terry Rozier. I honestly want to give Terry Rozier incomplete as well. I don't really see much of Terry Rozier. I mean, he played like 30 games, but I think the first 15 of those were just kind of just him getting used to the whole offense. And then after that, like, you know, after Terry Rozier played like 15 games, like you saw the last 10, Terry Rozier was hooping. He was average like 27 points per game and stuff. Um, I don't know. I mean, I want to give Terry Rozier. The thing is, he had kind of an on like I don't know. He had like unfair expectations on him. Like he was like people were like, bro, like Terry Rozier is the savior. We traded Kyle Lowry. I would still make that trade 10 times out of 10. By the way, I think Terry Rozier is much better than Kyle Lowry. And I was a huge fan of that trade in the moment. But yeah, it's either incomplete. But yeah, if realistic, if I have to give him a grade, it would be a B. I think it'd be a B. So yeah, Scary Terry gets a B. I think we're all in agreement there. I think we're all in agreement with Scary Terry getting a B. Um, so that's fine. That's fine. We can have Scary Terry at a B. And then the last player plus. I think DeLon Wright came in. I think DeLon Wright came in this year. He had zero expectations when he was signed with the Heat. He came off the buyout market. He was with Washington where he averaged like 4 points per game. And I think DeLon Wright came in the playoffs. He was a breath of fresh air for this team. He was really good in the playoffs, man. DeLon Wright was a stud against the Celtics. I think I'm putting him at B plus. I think he'll be a B plus for me. And I think this is the tier list. I think this is the tier list. Yeah, I don't think Bam is overrated, man. I don't think Bam is overrated. I think Bam is fine. I think Bam I think you guys are going a little too much in on Bam for my liking. I think he was the most consistent player for the Heat this season. I mean, this is the tier list that we have right now. If y'all have any changes you guys want to make, let me know down in the chat right now because right now this is what we have. This is the tier list that we have. Um, again, no Patty Mills. Patty Mills did not. He wasn't even like. I don't think he was signed when this tier list was made, so he wasn't on here. But this is who we have. Y'all, let me know what do y'all think about this, man. Do y'all like this? I think it's solid. I think if there's a couple of pieces that can be moved here and there. Um, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure as to what really more we can really like fix on this tier list. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me see what y'all saying. Jimmy B for Maxi and 3 first-round picks and swaps. Bro, Philly is not trading as Maxi. Philly is not trading as Maxi. Kevin Love felt disappointing. J.Y. Elston. J.Y. Is it Justin, bro? I want to call you Justin, but I don't want to like mess up your name. J.Y. Elston. Kevin Love felt disappointing. Y'all agree with that? Kevin Love, I think I don't really think I was expecting much from Kevin Love this year. He was just supposed to be a solid backup center to Bam Adebayo, just to make sure we didn't fall off every time Bam was off the floor. But I do agree, like we could have. I think we can definitely use somebody like an upgrade. But I think Kevin Love in the locker room is a good presence to have. He can be like a UD, like replacement. You know, obviously you're not replacing UD, but he can be like kind of like a de facto. John Wall was waiting for a call all season. Played the previous year, put up better numbers than Lowry and Wright. Like UD said, he should have been signed on this roster. Pat D minus. Yeah, Pat will get a pretty bad grade if he was on this thing. I didn't like what Pat did this offseason. The only good thing about the offseason um of the previous year after the finals was that Pat we drafted Jaime Jaquez. Apart from that, I wasn't a fan of the offseason. Uh I miss KZ Okpala. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. What y'all remember when KZ Okpala was getting compared to Giannis? List is honestly accurate. I appreciate that, Polly King. You tried, man. I think this list is accurate too. Heat need OG. KZ Okpala not even. I think KZ Okpala is flipping burgers right now, bro. I haven't seen KZ Okpala in a while. He might be overseas. I won't be surprised if he's overseas. Let me see. Let me see what KZ Okpala is at. I'm gonna see what KZ Okpala is doing. So he last played for the Sacramento Kings, and he was waived in 2023. So yeah, he has been on the roster for a year basically. Jeremy Grant, please. Bro, I don't think we're trading with Joe Cronin at all, bro. Joe Cronin got beef with us, man. Pat signed Drew Smith. Yeah, that wasn't a good signing. I agree with you, Big Side. Drew Smith was a terrible signing. I'm like I put prayers up to him because he tore his ACL. But bro, that signing was garbage, bro. Terrible. I hated that signing. Brandon Ingram, I like Brandon Ingram too, but and I think Brandon Ingram will get traded. I think he will get traded. Because he is not getting extended by the Pelicans, and I think the Pelicans are going to move him on so that they don't lose him out for nothing. And we could realistically get Brandon Ingram, but do the Pelicans want our pieces? I mean, would y'all trade Tyler Hero for Brandon Ingram? That's a question we have to ask. Brandon Ingram had 8 points in a closeout game. I really wonder who fits the Heat best in this year's draft. A backup center. I'm so glad you asked that question, bro, because we have some names that I will show y'all. Okay, at 15, at 15, my favorite player in this year's draft for the Heat is Devin Carter. I'll tell you what's so unique about Devin Carter, right? So Devin Carter is a 6'3" guard who averages 9 rebounds a game. 9 rebounds a game. Zach Edey, keep Zach Edey away from my team, bro. Please. I do not like Zach. I can't stand Zach Edey. I went to Illinois, so that's another reason why. Purdue, I can't stand Zach Edey. But yeah, even so, like I don't want Zach Edey. I think Devin Carter is a stud. I think him at 15 is a bro. He averaged 9 rebounds as a guard, bro. This dude is Josh Hart 2.0. I promise you guys, this guy's gonna be a stud in this league. Whoever picks Devin Carter is getting like a really good player, a really really good player. I'm just mad at Spo not playing um bigs, keeping us undersized every game. No Orlando Robinson. Yes, Spo has been pretty notorious for not going with like a bigger lineup. Um, like I'll give y'all that. Spo plays a lot of small ball. Bronny at 15. Mari. Bronny's not good though. Unless you want to get Bronny for Braun, but Braun even said that it's not a priority anymore to play with Bronny. Why not Edie? He's good. I'm not feeling Edie, bruh. Edie, the way Edie moves, like, first of all, do you think Spo's gonna play a 7-4 center? Like, have y'all seen the lineups we've been playing? Dalton Connect, bro. Dalton Connect is gonna go top 10, or he's gonna go like lottery for sure. I'm gonna show y'all the mock draft from Tankathon. Um, let me see. Let me look at the big board. Dalton Connect is going top 10, top 12. Like, he's projected 10th. He's on the 10th in the big board, 10th spot in the big board here. He's going top 12, 100%. I feel like this top 12 is set in like no particular order. This top 12 is set. I don't think we're gonna have anybody who's gonna be like falling from this top 12. Bronny trash. He's second round. Yeah, Bronny's not good, bro. I wouldn't draft Bronny because I don't even think Bronny's gonna be on the Heat. Y'all remember when we drafted Shabazz Napier because of Bron and he left? And Shabazz Napier was like terrible out of UConn. Like, that was a terrible pick. And Bron wanted us to draft Shabazz Napier and he went to Cleveland the same year. Like, I remember that. So, bro, I'm not trusting Bron. Yeah. This is the big board. I've shown y'all. I like Devin Carter. I like Filipowski. I like Tristan Da Silva. I'm just looking at all the fits. Isaiah Collier is not bad at 15. Imagine we trade the pick. I want us to trade the pick. I don't want to keep the pick. I want the pick to get traded. I don't think it makes sense to keep the pick. Like, it's like, why are we drafting another guy? For what? Like, are we trying to win a championship or are we trying to rebuild? I just wish they picked a direction, man. Like, what are they trying to do? Like, are they trying to compete? Because I know they want to, but they aren't aggressive, man. They aren't aggressive. Like, they don't flat out like. I hate Boston, but Boston went out and got Porzingis and Holiday for nothing. Only good thing good about LeBron is we get all the calls. Don't want him back at all. Yeah, LeBron gets a ton of calls. Let me scroll down so y'all can see this list better. I think this is good. Yeah, I think we're good here. All right, man. All right, I think we're probably gonna wrap it up soon. The Heat are in a really weird spot, like purgatory. Yeah, I don't like the spot that the Heat are in. They're kind of just in the middle of the pack. I really wish that they would pick a direction, just because like you don't want to be the middle of the pack because then you don't have a high pick, but at the same time you don't have a championship contending roster. So yeah, that's the one thing about being in a purgatory. Like, I hate when teams are doing that. Like, I remember the Trailblazers were in a purgatory for so long, and I'm so glad. Like, I hate the Blazers and Joe Cronin, but they finally made the right moves and got rid of Dame and CJ because it was the exact same. Like, they hit a cap and they hit a ceiling, and once you hit that ceiling, like, dude, if you keep hitting that ceiling year after year, like, at some point you have to make some changes off of that. Do a face reveal. I need to get the right setup and equipment for that, but I definitely probably will be doing a face reveal sometime soon. I want to get like the right camera and stuff. I don't want to use my laptop camera. It's not good at all. The quality is terrible. So um yeah, I need to get the proper like lighting and stuff. I don't even have proper lighting in my room right now. So um maybe once I get all that, I'll do a face reveal. But yeah, appreciate all of y'all for popping through, man. This was a fun little live. Um, I did a obviously the grading of all the Miami Heat's players. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Again, leave it a thumbs up, a rating, a like, and subscribe if y'all are new. Hit that post notification button for future videos, and we're gonna keep going live. So keep popping in. Love that you guys kept, showing love and commenting down below. And yeah, definitely get those likes up. We're only at 2 likes, so definitely get those likes up. And we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.